Hello, and welcome to another Crack-a-Pack. Today, we will be opening our very first pack from The Hobbit. I just got back from picking this up at my local game store. So, at the time of recording, I have not played in a pre-release yet. I'll be doing that tomorrow morning. I'll kind of just be doing my best with the pack 1 pick 1, with no practical experience with the set yet. But yeah, let's go ahead and open up this box and get started. There's our box topper. I will set this aside and we'll open it at the end. Alright, let's see what we get. First up, we've got velvet wing butterflies. It is 2 and a white for a 2/2 insect at common with flying. And its adventure is gaze in wonder. It is 1 and a white for an instant. Tap 1 or 2 target creatures. Bilbo's eyes were nearly blinded by the light. He could only hold on and blink at the sight of them. Very cool looking. We've got Ordinary Bear. It is 3 and a green for a vanilla 4/5 bear. At common. I should say there were little bears, large bears, ordinary bears, and gigantic big bears, all dancing outside from dark to nearly dawn. Gandalf. I would say an ordinary bear would be a tutu, but I'll accept this as well. Tidings of War is a single red for a sorcery at common. Amass Goblins 1. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, amass Goblins 3 instead. And it has flashback for 3 and a red. Yeah, I like that. front porch sentries is 1 and a black for a 2/2 goblin soldier at common. When this creature dies, target creature an opponent controls gets -1/-1 until end of turn. It was deep, deep dark, such as only goblins have taken to living in the heart of the mountains can see through. Yeah, I really like that this can punch up a bit. Enchanted River's Grasp is 2 and a blue for an enchantment aura at common. Enchant creature. When this aura enters, tap enchanted creature and remove all counters from it. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. And fast asleep Bomber remained, in spite of all they could do. Seems like goblin army removal to me. Moment of Glory is a single white for a sorcery at common. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, also put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control. And it has flashback for 4 and a white. I am Bard, Slayer of the Dragon. Dwarven Shortsword is 3 and a white for an artifact, equipment, at common. When this equipment enters, create a 2/2 red dwarf creature token, then attach this equipment to it. Equipped creature gets +1/+2. Equip 2. Dwarves lived long lives if not felled in battle, and they forged their blades to last even longer. We've got some booster fun. Thorin's Last Stand is 2 white for an instant at common. Choose one. Creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. You gain 2 life. Key to the Side Door is a single mana for an artifact at uncommon. Pay 2 and tap. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. Pay 1 and tap. Discard a legendary card with the same name as a legendary permanent you control. Draw 2 cards. I forgot to mention that with the map went a key. A small and curious key. Gandalf to Thorin. Old Fat Spider Can't See Me is 2 into blue for an enchantment saga at uncommon. Chapter 1. Target creature you control gains hexproof for as long as the saga remains on the battlefield. Chapter 2. Prevent all damage that would be dealt by up to 1 target creature for as long as the saga remains on the battlefield. And chapters 3 and 4. Draw a card. Seems pretty decent. Sylvan Reveler is 2 green-blue for a 3/2. Elf Citizen at uncommon. When this creature enters, draw a card, then discard a card. If you discard a land this way, put it from your graveyard onto the battlefield tapped. And it has landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, you may pay 1 green-blue. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. That seems great. Our rare is Bard's Company. It is 2 white-blue for a 2/3. Human Citizen at rare. You may cast this spell as though it had flash if you control a human. Other creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, recruit. Wow, that'll put a lot of power on the board. Seems great. We have a foil Great Fierce Bee. It is 2 into black for a 2/2 insect at common with flying, and whenever 1 or more creatures die, scry 1. If 1 were to sting me, I should swell up as big again as I am. Bilbo. An island. A treasure token. And a goblin army token. Alright. So here is our pack. Now, looking at everything together, I think I'm still pretty on board with the rare. I mean, I do acknowledge that we need to be able to continuously attack with it for it to be at its best. But my hope is that in the white-blue color pair, there are going to be plenty of ways to clear out our opponent's board and make sure that we can attack. Like, right here we can see we've got things like Key to the Side Door and Enchanted River's Grasp, the adventure from Velvet Wing Butterflies. So I definitely think there are ways to work with this. So I think I would be good starting out a draft with Bard's Company. If it wasn't for the rare, I would probably be looking at the Saga or Enchanted River's Grasp, or maybe the Sylvan Reveler. But let me know what you think. down in the comments. And, of course, before we close out, let's open up the box topper. Right. So, not quite the One Ring, but Bilbo's ring. It is 3 for an artifact equipment at Mythic Rare. During your turn, equipped creature has hexproof and can't be blocked. Whenever equipped creature attacks alone, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. It can equip Halfling for a single mana, or equip for 4. He goes on living, never looking a day older. And some beautiful artwork from Mark Poole there. There we have it. Thank you so much for joining me today for our very first Hobbit Crack-a-Pack. If you went out and played in a pre-release over the weekend, I would love to hear how that went for you. Tell me about what type of deck you built and any awesome cards you opened, any particularly memorable moments from gameplay. I would love to hear it. And as always, please hit that like button, and please consider subscribing if you haven't already. I put out new Magic the Gathering ASMR videos every Monday and Friday. I truly appreciate all of your support, and I hope you have a wonderful day.